Welcome to the Atlanta Men's Workshop speaker and workshop recordings. Atlanta Men's Workshop is held every spring and fall at the Rock Eagle 4-H campus in Eatonton, Georgia. That's just about an hour east of Atlanta, Georgia. Please visit our website at atlantamensworkshop.com or see the link below to find dates and details to join us. Partial scholarships are available to those in need. We hope you enjoy this presentation, and we hope you will come join us at the Rock. Until then, we shall be with you in the fellowship of the Spirit, and you will surely meet some of us as you trudge the road of happy destiny. May God bless you and keep you until then.
Hey everybody, my name is Mark Daly. I'm definitely an alcoholic. I'm a member of the Robert's Roots Men's Group, and my sobriety date is May 30th, 2003. Hey, sorry about that, Clinton. You know, man, I don't even know where to start with this deal. I'm kind of I'm like Joe last night. I just don't know where to start with this. I don't want to tell you guys I'm a stupid drunk alcoholic, man, but the truth is, I was a daily drinker, drug addict, got a real early start. I've been on my own basically since I was 11, and I did a whole bunch of shit that normal people wouldn't even consider doing. But when I found out about alcohol and the effect it produced, it made me okay in the world. And so I didn't really care. I knew I always drank too much and I always did too many drugs. But I didn't really care because I did that because it made me okay. Like I could function in the world pretty much. Well, at least the world I was living in, I could function there pretty good. So when I wound up in Alcoholics Anonymous, it was an accident. I had always been trying to put some normal looking life together. So I always wound up with some really good girls, and we were making believe, doing that whole playing house thing and trying to make it look like everybody. Like I'd look around and see guys. They're married, they got kids, they got the whole thing. They're able to keep a job, all that kind of stuff. And I always tried to make that all happen. I never was any good at it. I could do it for a little while, but then I'd tear it all down again. Anyway, that whole mess. Well, anyway, so I was married to this girl one time, and after I got my second DUI, I had to go to DUI school, and I had to do all those things, and then I had to come to 2 A&A meetings and get my paper signed. And so I go to the meeting, and there was this old guy named Carl there, and I'll never forget him because he made it possible for me to run for another 10, 15 years. But so anyway, I handed him my paper to get it signed, and there was a pencil laying there. He wrote on there Carl like that with a pencil. And I said to myself, man, that's great. So I asked him, I said, that's it? He goes, yeah, that's it. So I said, man, that's great. So the next week rolls around, and it's time to go to the meeting, and my wife was ready. She's ready to go. She's like, oh, come on, you ready to go? I'm like, where are we going? Oh, we're going to that A&A class. I'm like, and I ain't going over there. What for? And she goes, So I pulled out my paper. I says, look, I'm just, watch this. Wrote on there, Carl, with a pencil, just like Carl, right? So there's no point going to that deal. And so she said, well, I'm going to go. And she started going to Alcoholics Anonymous in 1987. And so in 2001, she finally, I don't know how she did it. It doesn't even make any sense. In 2001, she finally decided that she'd had enough, and she packed it up. So, of course, I'm heartbroken. I'm all this bullshit. So I tell her, listen, just forget about all that. Just come on back home. I'll even go to them AA classes with you. So she says, man, don't go to none of them meetings for me. I'm never coming back. She told me basically in a few words to basically F you. Never want to speak to you again. And she barely did. She barely did, man. She didn't talk to me very much after that at all. But anyway, I wound up in an AA meeting and met Tennessee there. And he was sitting up in front of the room, so I was sure that he was the head of AA. And he certainly was in that part of the country. Anyway, I didn't see it coming, and Tennessee brought me here against my will. And I looked around and I seen a bunch of guys that were not like me at all. And man, I was scared to death. I don't know if it showed or not, but I sure wasn't telling anybody I was scared to death. But I was, man, and I was, they let me out of the car and told me, all right, man, go make some new friends. And I'm like, man, I don't know nothing about making no new friends. You know what I mean? That wasn't going to happen. And so I was wandering around up there by the banker's building. This has been a long time ago, so we didn't meet down here then. We met up there at the banker's. But I looked down there from the road. I looked down there by all those guys standing around, and I was sure that this ain't gonna work at all. This definitely ain't where I belong. And so, I was handed some really pretty bad information along the way when I was young, and basically, I was taught how to hate people and some other things, right? So I'm walking around up there and I'm scared to death, and this guy comes walking up to me, man, and he puts his arm around me and we start walking and talking, and it was Doc. And, I don't mix with them people, man. I just don't, that's just the way that I was brought up, And the funny thing is, man, that he don't mix with me either. That's the way he was brought up too. Yeah, man. And I made my first black friend right up there. I've been coming here for about 22 years, and every time we see each other, it's the same thing, man. We made a bond together. We became really friends. It's amazing what happens at this place, man. It's so I just kept coming. I don't know why. I just kept showing up here, and the
that that taught me how to become a man showed up showed up every time. You know, I got my feelings hurt at that deal Art was talking about, right? That's exactly what happened. Some guy hurt my feelings, and I was going to kill him. I went to the third Central Florida Men's Workshop only to kill this guy. That's it. I was going to chop him up, feed him to the alligators, and it wasn't going to be that big of a deal. I wasn't going to care about it. It was like that. And I wind up in one of those rooms with another guy. In Central Florida, you don't get to pick who your roommates are. You just whoever you get, that's what you get. That's worked out so good for me over the years. I'm not kidding, man. I wound up there with Scotty Ashlock, little hillbilly guy from Colorado. Man, me and him had exactly the same story. We were exactly alike, and it was remarkable, man. Anyway, that guy never did show up, and but by the time I got done talking with Scotty, I didn't want to kill the guy anymore anyway. And then, that's basically when I got introduced to the Robber's Roost. And, I just found my people. That's what it was. And so, I travel around a little bit and go to different workshops and I meet different people. And it's just been a remarkable journey, man. The men, man, I used to come up here and I knew exactly who was going to be standing out front. There's guys that who they are. They're going to be out there. And those guys, for whatever reason, they took a liking to me and kind of showed me the way, man. Like, I don't know, man. I certainly, when I got here, I definitely didn't belong here in my mind. And today, I know for sure this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm not real happy about standing up here in front of you guys telling this story. I'm not a speaker. I'm a parking lot guy. I help a lot of people in the parking lot. And that's where I'm most comfortable. But man, Jules has been here every time I've been here. Every single time. Tennessee's missed one workshop that I've been to that he wasn't there. Bill, you've been here every single time too, man. There's giants in this room, man, that know how to do this deal. Art Sutherland, Joe, there's giants around here. And we're just blessed to be here with these guys. We don't even know. Joe said it last night. We don't even know who we're talking to until later. We are freaking walking around giants. We're walking around with giants. And now, what Jewel told me last night was, yeah, been walking around with these giants long enough. Look at you. It just melted me out there, man. I'm becoming one of you guys. Only took 20 years, but hey. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I didn't do nothing except say yes. That's all. They asked me to do some things. I said yes. Well, not at first. I still got that thing, man. That whatever it is that makes me think I should be saying no, But when I say yes and I show up, miraculous things happen. I've been out to California a couple times doing this deal, and I'm like, man, I can't go to California. And then I go, right? And then I meet a couple more guys, and I meet some younger guys, and I meet some older guys, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, man, look at this, man. Dave Looker showed up one day just out of nowhere. He just showed up, man. We've been friends for probably almost 20 years. I got friends in this room. I never had any friends, man, for more than a year or two, ever. Even when I was a little kid. Like, I know people that have, childhood friends that they grew up with. I didn't experience that. But I got friends that I see at least twice a year for 20 years. 22, 23 years, 24 or 5 years. I got friends, man, not associates. I mean, like that, like people that really care about me. People that are excited to watch what's going to happen next. It was a pretty good show in the early days, they tell me. But, I was kind of a hard head, man. And I had a lot of problems when I got here, man. But all that stuff is way behind me. All that stuff got taken care of by just showing up and doing the steps and understanding the literature in a way that I can make somebody else understand it. There's a guy in here someplace right over there that fucking saved my life. Literally. I was going to quit AA because it wasn't working for me. I wound up in a outpatient treatment program. One of you guys tricked me into going there. And I wound up in an outpatient treatment program, and this kid shows up, and he's just out of his mind. And he asked me to sponsor him. And at first I tell him, man, I'm not so sure about that. I don't know, man. I'll let you know tomorrow. I got to talk to my sponsor. And so I go back and I talk to my sponsor, and he says, do you got his number? And I said, no, I didn't get his number. He said, man, dang, if you see him again, you tell him you'll do it. And so I saw him the next day, and I told him I'd do it. And I didn't have any idea what I was doing, none at all, nothing. And I helped this guy, and I helped him get, through the steps pretty much. And he just took off, man. Like he got better. And when I was watching him get better, I started to get a little better. Actually, I wasn't doing any of that step work stuff, I started telling him how to do it. I started telling him what to do. He started doing it. I had to start keeping up with him, and I could. So I got started doing step work because just so I could stay ahead of my sponsee, man. That's it. Not for any other reason. Not because I thought it was going to work. That's for sure. Because I definitely knew it wasn't going to work. But it actually did work, man. It worked just right. It's been like so. It's been like just one spiritual thing after another, like that. Like, how can that happen? How does that even happen? I show up someplace that I don't want to be and do some things I don't want to do. and other people get blessed. And I mean, I got to tell you guys, like, I'm blessed beyond belief, man. I got a life that I could never put the life I have together not in a million years. I could never get it done on my own. There's just no way. I didn't even know that the life I live today existed. I didn't even know there was such a thing as that. I thought all I get is I just struggle, try to get by, burn it all down, start over, in and out of jail, just a miserable existence. And the best part of it is I thought I had it going on. Ridiculous, man. I got a great wife. We've been together for 20 years. How does that happen? I couldn't keep it together, a year, 2, 3, maybe at a time. That's the best I could ever do. From one drunk trailer park to another. That was my life. From one raggedy piece of shit truck to the next. Or some rat bike, barely getting down the road. And now today, man, I live in a really nice house, man, out in the woods. We got a little property out there. It's real comfortable. Everybody's happy. My wife raises chickens. It's really good, man. Me and my buddy Happy Jim ride around the country in the summertime on motorcycles that are not going to fall apart. It's pretty cool, man. It's a lot of fun. I only go to men's meetings, man, because when I came here, something happened. When I came to the Rock, and I saw the love that the men have for one another here. As far as I'm concerned, for me, man, if I go to a mixed meeting, I'm not going to get that there. There's too much distraction in mixed meetings for me, man. So that's what I do, man. You guys showed me a different way to live, and I do the best I can with it. I'm like Joe when it comes to hiring people. Also, man, I hire people out of the program. Unlike Joe, the only requirement is you got to be breathing, and you don't have to have a year. You just got to have a desire to possibly change your life, man. And I'll give you a shot. It's a little different environment over there than Joe's, of course, but it works out good, man. We've been able to help a lot of people, man. Put a life together. It's pretty cool. Man, I don't know what else I got, man, except for, man, I love Alcoholics Anonymous, and I love The Rock. And every other workshop that has spun off of this thing is also amazing. There's the Central Florida Men's Workshop. I only missed one, man. I was in jail. That's the only reason I missed. And I think, I don't know. Man, I've just met some of the most amazing men because of coming here and showing up and basically doing what I was told. Really glad you guys let me come around here, man. I think that's it for me.